Have you ever met the guy that you wanted to hate, and when you went to pull your straps up, told you to wait? Now let me peace, peace, and love. This is author P.E. McCallum, author of the book NGR, What Does It Mean? An expose on the N-word from a hip-hop perspective, better known as Pow Shadowz the General. At your service. Peace, fam. What up? What's up, my peeps? Now listen, today we have another good and informative video where we got to address this, because every week we're seeing that this channel, this platform is more and more necessary to be a catalyst and to be a piece in the puzzle of solving white supremacy, solving the problem of racism and white supremacy. We all got to be pieces in this puzzle. You know what I'm saying? And all this platform is just that. And when I wrote this book, even though it's about the N-word, I wrote it so that we could discuss things and heal from the effects of racism and white supremacy together, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian. I don't care about your nationality, your ethnicity. If you are here for helping to end racism and helping to end the white supremacy and how it affects us as a society, the detrimental effects of it, then this is for you, all right? So today we want to look at this racist Cinnabon worker, right? And I'm only calling her racist because she actually called herself a racist. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to listen to some video from a show that I watch, a platform that I watch regularly. It's called Indisputable with Dr. Richie. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to listen to that some video together because they covered this. They have some great footage. I suggest that you all go over to Indisputable with Dr. Richie on YouTube and you subscribe to his platform because it's very good, very informative. Just like this platform, you know what I'm saying? And I've been watching and learning from him for years. So go ahead and do that. And let's get into this video today. The title of this video is Cinnabon Worker Proudly Admits Racism in Unhinged Tirade Faces Karma. All right. So remember, I've been making videos about how these white supremacists, these racist people, right, closet white supremacists, are finding out that they can make money by using the N-word. That's how powerful this N-word is. You know, I had a great conversation last night, man, with some people of European descent. And I was hanging out at a local spot. And, you know, some of them didn't know that I had written this book and some had. Well, some of my other quote unquote white friends who were there, who knew about my book, told the other white guys and people that was there, hey, he wrote a book on the N-word. They were instantly interested. And we had a really great, healthy conversation about the N-word. So my book is a great conversation piece. So run over to Amazon and get it. It's available in paperback, audiobook, and Kindle. But it's a great way to start up a conversation about race and have a healthy conversation. And that's what this is all about, having a healthy conversation about race. And so we can help heal from the effects of racism and white supremacy. But this video is racist Cinnabon worker. She calls herself, or she refers to herself as a racist. Let's get into it a little bit. Peace to Dr. Richie.
Don't be this. You ruined your life, by the way.
Oh, let's bring it back a little bit.
You go to get a nice treat at a place called Cinnabon. Instead, you find an individual who decides to be racist against black customers. Here it is.
That's I am racist.
So idiot for
And
real. You are an idiot. No,
I am racist, and I'll say that to the whole entire world. Don't be this.
You ruined your life, by the way. Oh, you talking about respect? You talking about respect? You are fired from this place. You're not gonna be working here.
Suck it.
Suck what? Look how you fucking look like.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, you ugly bitch?
Ugly? Talking about ugliness?
Did I stutter?
You.
Put it up for a man.
So what was happening right there was this Caucasian worker at Cinnabon. Y'all know the little Cinnabon, the place that sells the cinnamon rolls and the sweet pastries in the malls. You know what I'm saying? Like we have one here in Nashville at Opry Mills. Every time you walk by, it smells good. It smells delicious. Racism at the Cinnabon? It's crazy to me, man. It's crazy. But there were two Somalians, since you can't see, I'm explaining to you. There were two Somalians that walked up to her kiosk or wherever, her storefront, and they were asking for service. And during the course of her service, she didn't like what they had to say. Now, Somalians are obviously melanated people, and they're foreigners. So we got to remember that recently Donald Trump, who is like representing right now the poster child, these racists and white supremacists, whether he likes it or not, they've kind of hoisted him up to be the poster child for them. He's like their unofficial leader, and whatever he says and the things that he says in the media, they latch onto it, they use it, and they use it as their racist white supremacy talking points. Am I wrong? You know what I'm saying? If this is not the case, then let me know if I'm wrong. And but he has said a lot of disparaging things, particularly about African communities on the continent of Africa, and particularly about Somalia. For some reason, he has this disdain for Somalia. And recently, and he said something, he made a comment recently about the Somalians, calling it a trash nation. He has a problem, man, with the disrespecting people's nations and stuff. And these racist white supremacists and these closet racist white supremacists, because many of them, the white people who are racist, they're in the closet. They fall back. But see, Donald Trump has kind of emboldened them. So now they've latched on to his talking points, and maybe that has something to do with why this Cinnabon worker came at it. Let's look into this more.
There are people all across the United States of America. They happen to be white. They eat Cinnabon every day, and it doesn't make them racist. This has nothing to do with the Cinnabon. This employee has now been fired from Cinnabon after her racist tirade on black customers. She was very proud to proclaim to the world that she is, in fact, racist. According to Atlanta Black Star, 2 days after President Donald Trump referred to Somali immigrants as garbage, a white Cinnabon employee in Wisconsin was captured on video calling a Somali man the N-word after mocking his wife for her hijab. Identified as Crystal Wise, Wilsey, 43-year-old woman, said, quote, "I am racist, and you are a N-word," end quote. Another quote, "I am racist, and I'll say it to the entire world." Well, congratulations, you have. We're here to help you meet your goal. The employee and her racist rant occurred on a Thursday, December 4th, as a woman, reported the incident. The employee was fired hours after this incident. The Somali woman sent the video to her cousin. Her cousin posted the video online. It immediately went viral with viewers tagging Cinnabon. Quote, "We've seen the disturbing video from the Cinnabon bakery, and we do not condone this behavior." The former employee was immediately terminated by the franchise owner. Their actions do not reflect our values or the welcoming experience every guest deserves. So a mugshot posted on recently book shows a mugshot of this individual.
So what I want to cut in real quick right here, man. And again, shouts out to Dr. Richie, Indisputable with Dr. Richie. Love that platform. Go subscribe. But this is what I wanna people, these racist white supremacists, right? These people, these certain white, and they might not even be racist. This is what's deep about it. They may just be using this as a hustle. They have figured out and what it is. It's like a Jedi mind trick that they're using on us. They're fooling people. They're tricking people into helping to make themselves wealthy and to give themselves clout and ultimately money. This is what's happening because they figured out whether they're racist or not. And I keep saying these racist white people, these white supremacists, but they may not even be racist. People, this is what I'm telling you. This is a new hustle. That's why I keep making video after video, so we stop falling for the Jedi mind tricks. They're pulling an ultimate Jedi mind trick that's working and making them wealthy. It's making them enriched. We're falling for it. Because what are they doing? They're saying, hey, you know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm going to create a scenario with a black person, and I'm gonna call him the N-word at my job. I'm hope it's videotaped, and sometimes the opportunity might present itself. They've been thinking about it. The opportunity presents itself, and then hey, I'm gonna capitalize off of this. This is an opportunity. They may even stage it. That chick Shiloh Hendricks, right? The chick Shiloh Hendricks, I think from Minnesota or somewhere, that called the little 5-year-old kid at the playground the N-word. She is their Donald Trump would be like their leader. She's like their hero. She's their hero because in recent times she's one of, and there's been many others that have figured out. They've called a black person the N-word. In particular, you got to call us the N-word, right? And get that rise out of us. See, we have to stop reacting when they call us the N-word. That's why I need all of y'all to go get my book. Because like I was talking to the peeps last night when I was talking about my book, when you read my book, you can start to control the narrative of the N-word yourself. So nobody can then come and push your buttons, basically control you. You know what I'm saying? And by making you react when they call you the N-word, because they may be setting you up. Right? We got to stop falling for it. Stop making these people rich. So when they call us the N-word, now what we do have to do, don't video, video it, but don't upload it onto YouTube. Don't upload it onto social media. Only have it for the courts. Only have the video for the courts and for the prosecuting them. That way, you don't upload the video. You don't give them props. They can't say, oh, look, I got fired because my video went viral. I'm poor me. I need money now. I set up a GoFundMe like she did, like Shiloh Hendricks did, like many of these other white supremacists do. These other, they may not be white supremacists though, but many of these so-called racists or people who appear to be racist or at least are acting racist, because it may just be an act. But you know what I'm saying? But only use the video for prosecution. Stop uploading the videos.
Saying she was arrested in 2022 in Ohio on 3 charges of child endangerment and operating a vehicle while impaired. But a search through the online court system of Erie County in Ohio does not show any records for her.
And she's one of the, as Dave Chappelle would say, she's one of the poor whites. I'm just joking, Dave Chappelle jokes like that, but she ain't got no money. But now she does. Oh, I think last I heard, her GoFundMe raised over $100,000. $100,000. Do you have $100,000? How does she now become $100,000 richer off calling you the N-word? Maybe I should start calling them the C-word. Maybe we should start calling them the C-word, get fired from our job. But guess what? That's when the system of white supremacy kicks in and you start to realize how real it is, because I guarantee you, I could bet everything I own that you won't have the same outcome and result. Let's go.
However, just like Shiloh Hendricks, the woman who fundraised over $700,000 after she went viral for calling a black child the N-word, racist also rallied behind this Cinnabon employee. A Give Sin Go fundraiser has surfaced online on behalf of the racist Cinnabon employee claimed she was a victim of intimidation.
GoFundMe.
Yeah.
She's a victim now.
And that the Somalian couple intimidated her.
Listen, this is what they do.
The fundraiser was launched by a man named Tom Hennessy, whose relation to the Cinnabon employee is not mentioned, but he raised more than $100,000. The description reads, two Somali customers decide to make her shift hell with intimidation. Instead of banning the offenders and backing their employees, Cinnabon fires Crystal to keep the nons happy. We're letting this slide. We're not letting this slide. Funds go to making sure Crystal lands on the feet. After this betrayal, a white person should lose their job for refusing to be harassed by Somalians. They're not even waiting for it to be history to change the narrative. We literally have the video that was.
This girl is playing victim now. Now she's a victim of, of circumstance because these Somalians came to her job and they somehow forced her to become racist. They somehow forced her to call them the N-word, which then prompted the viral video, which then prompted Cinnabon to fire her, which then prompted her to go get the GoFundMe. So now she's the victim. This is what they're doing. This is a hustle. It's a grift. And a lot of us are starting to see this and realize this. And a lot of us are starting to catch on to what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And we're exposing them.
Posted hours ago.
Textbook
and already
script.
The narrative has transformed into, no. The person who's racist is actually the victim here. And the individuals who are the victim, they are the perpetrator.
That's the game they running.
Hell of a thing. Another fundraiser posted to, once again, GoFundMe on behalf of the Somali couple by Sabrina Osman, who says she's the cousin of the Somali woman, recording the video and was first to post on the TikTok channel. It has only raised $4,600 so far. Yeah. And this is how Osman described the incident on the GoFundMe. Quote, my cousin and her husband, Black Somali Muslim couple, were out shopping and decided to stop at Cinnabon for a quick treat. As soon as they walked in, they could tell the atmosphere was not welcoming at all because of this worker's facial expression and attitude.
So soon as they came in, she already had disdain for their melanated skin, right? And I want to reiterate this channel, we don't promote any form of racism, any form of discrimination. We don't tolerate it. We're not here to promote that. We're not here to build on that energy. We're here to help those of us, no matter what your race and nationality is, to help us to heal from the effects of racism, heal from the effects of white supremacy. That's what we're all about. You know what I'm saying? And I want to encourage y'all, again, to go get a copy of my book, NGR, What Does It Mean? To help us to start to control the narrative of the N-word. Why? Because we don't realize that where does the N-word come from? That's why I wrote the book. Where does the N-word come from? For us to get so upset, it's because we get upset about things we don't understand. Like we fear things we don't understand. Things we don't understand can anger us and trigger us. Our lack of understanding enables us to get triggered. That's why I want you to get the book. You know what I'm saying? Because the N-word comes from NGR, like the title of my book, which means deity. You know what I'm saying? God or goddess. In ancient Ethiopia, you had the word Negus. Negus is an ancient Ge'ez word, which means monarch, ruler, or king, right? The Negus Nagast is the king, translates to the king of kings in the ancient Ge'ez language of Ethiopia. Then the Europeans came, translated it to Niger. Niger, then instead of NGR, which you take the I and the E out of Niger, and what's left is what? NGR. When you remove the I and the E out of the N word with the hard R, Nigger, you're left with NGGR. The title of my book, NGR. And they translated it from meaning deity and God or goddess or king of kings, like the original people in Africa called it, to meaning black So Niger in Latin means black. So does Negro. You see what I'm saying? So they originally took that from a word that was aggrandizing towards us, that exalted us, put us in a divine light, and translated it to meaning black. And in European culture, black cat is bad luck. They turn something that is a king and that is prestigious to just black, bad luck. Something you don't want to be. We're black at funerals, and black is death, and black male people, and all these things. So yeah, this is the history of it. You get my book so you can find out more. They don't know that though. But let's skip a little bit and let's listen to he had a guest on. Let's hear. I liked what the guest had to say.
Once again, the saga continues. All right, dear brother, thoughts.
This hits me really close to home. I know you can't tell this because you only see me chest up, but I'm a skinny person. And if it were not for Cinnabon, I would probably be back to my birth weight at this point. So it's just really, really, really tragic for Cinnabon to be engaged in this. Obviously, the company did the right thing firing this lady. Donald Trump has given permission for these roaches who were previously hiding under the rugs and hiding under the refrigerator that scurried about to just come out in the open. Obviously, they have been emboldened since he descended that golden escalator of terror 10 years ago. These people have existed before, but now in America, it's perfectly acceptable for them to come out. And they even raise millions of dollars, like Shallow Hendrick you mentioned. What pisses me off more than anything is the fact that they cannot pick a lane. Either you are allowed and proud racist who's comfortable saying the N-word in front of a camera, in front of people on your job, or you are the type of person that cries wolf when you get consequences for your actions. But you can't be both.
Right.
Either be loud and proud, accept your fire and go, start a podcast or whatever the right wingers do now. But you can't pretend like you're the victim and the big bad defender of racism.
Right.
So it really boggles the mind the level of cognitive dissonance these people are, I guess, not experiencing at playing both roles. And I'm sort of fatigued to seeing it, but I'm sure we are only at the beginning of this terrible, terrible iceberg of racism that's caused by this president.
Yeah, and that's the reason that light is the best disinfectant.
He said, I'm fatigued at this. See, they have a thing they call black fatigue. Well, that's white fatigue. When we just get tired of seeing these racist, white supremacists, and these just white, quote unquote, white folks, may not even be racist, use us as a catalyst to get money and to get clout. You know what I mean? They continue to use us. Meanwhile, we can't get no money for our blackness, for our quote unquote blackness, our brownness, our melanatedness. We can't get money calling them the C word or the H word or any disrespectful word, which I won't repeat on this platform. So we got to stop making it beneficial for them to get paid off of us. I like to read something in my book. This is taken from page 212 in my book, NGR, What Does It Mean? An expose on the N-word from a hip hop perspective, available on Amazon. And this is what I call the Declaration of Commitment. Okay? And I just want to read this to you. At the end of my book, I have a Declaration of Commitment, and it reads, "We, members of the community, hereby make a declaration of our commitment to help ending racism in our community. We will do so by using our skills, talents, and resources to strategize and organize with the people to help end racism in our community. We denounce ethnic name-calling, racial hate speech, and racial violence, hate crimes in any and all forms, now and forever. To judge our fellow peeps based on the content of their character and not their race. To treat all members of my community with respect and show compassion when necessary to promote a more positive environment where we are each other's keepers. To always speak up and not remain silent when in the face of racism. To stand in solidarity with the victims of racism. To hold all perpetrators of racist acts fully accountable every time our rights are violated. To be the change we want to see in the world." And then I say, sign here. Get a copy of my book so that you can make copies of that. But you can sign it yourself. It's a personal declaration. And you know, and it's written down. Your declaration of commitment to helping to end racism, because every time what we have to do, stop making them go viral. Videotape it and save the video for the authorities and for the owners of the establishment and for your lawyers. And that's how we start to put an end to this getting clout and money off calling us the N-word. It's crazy, man. We got to put an end to this. Yo, yours truly, General Pow, you know what I'm saying? Arthur P.E. McCallum, also known as Pow Shadowz the General, House of the Hip Step. House of Hip Step. Reminding y'all to continue to hip step over all your obstacles. Any of these racist white supremacists, hip step over them. Move them out the way. You know what I'm saying? And remember to spread love, not hate. Because, yo, hate and misery loves company, don't it? Yeah.